At Norma Messy here. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Lolly Forever. Follow me on TikTok at Lolly Forever 1. Make sure you follow my dog Instagram, Baby Sammy for Life, and follow and subscribe, subscribe, turn on the post notification. And at Norma Messy here, I got some exciting news, and well, I guess it's exciting. I don't know yet. And the reason I don't know is I'm both excited, but I also don't know if I'm gonna get nervous. And we'll see. It's too early to tell in this, but yesterday I had Hip Hop with Guy Group. I only went 50% full out and not 100%. But that was because I knew I had AOTC Bootcamp Day 112 and up, and that was a lot of fun. I had 3 classes, and I knew it was going to be tiring, so I only went halfway. Like, I didn't go full out, I just kind of went 50%. And because Geiger has seen me go full out, also, on top of it, it was free, like, free dance class. Also, I've been working really hard, mainly on hip hop. Well, actually, only on hip hop and singing lessons throughout the summer. So, yeah, I had 3 ALTC classes, and I had a warm up and stretch / stuff at the bar with Abby. That was tiring but fun. And then I had jumps, and it was listed as jumps, but it actually ended up being more of a jumps and turns class, but I'm not mad about that at all. In my mind, saying jumps and turns makes more sense than just saying, oh, I took a jumps class. And the reason is because at the beginning, I really only took classes that were jump and turn, not just turn or not just jump. It was both. And that was tiring. And then I did a combo class. I think it was lyrical. It might have been contemporary. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. But it was fun. And I learned to dance. And it was kind of nice because Abby had accidentally spotlighted in one of the Zoom dancers. I don't know if she accidentally did that or if she purposely did that. And so it was kind of nice because because the one that she spotlighted is really talented, and I will say that. And so there's nothing like a good dancer to make another dancer even better. And I was like, when I looked at the screen, I saw her, and like, I saw how hard she was working, and I saw how talented she was. So that was making me work even harder. Like, I know she can't. Nope, I'm not doing this. I'm not letting her her leg be in the air longer than mine. I'm working even harder to be better than her. That's a good thing in dance, and you always want to find someone really, really talented to make you even better, because you're going to see their leg in the air longer, and you're going to be like, nope, their leg can't be in the air longer than mine, and it can make you keep your leg in the air longer. Like, it's good competition. It's healthy. It makes 2 dancers work or pull the best out of each other. But the exciting, well, I don't really know if it's exciting or not. Right now I'm excited about it, but who knows? It could turn into me being nervous. And that I found out about was yesterday. Guy Group had brought up. He asked me if I were to do a free, he said if I were to do a talent show instead of a free dance class 1 week, and how many of you would actually want to do it? and he's like, put a number 1 in the chat if you would actually want like do it and like perform or something, and put a number 2 in the chat if you would want to watch. And I put number 1, and then a like pretty good amount of people like put a number 1, and he's like, okay, it's happening then. He's like, I'm gonna make that happen. And then he was like talking how we can like do anything. And at first he said like, oh, we can sing, we can dance, we can do like acting, like he was just like kind of talking. And that got me thinking. And so I like DM'd him over Instagram, and I'm like, can we sing and dance and for the talent show? And he's like, yes. And so I'm really excited because I'm gonna be singing and dancing. Later on today, I kind of thought smart and figured out hair and makeup already. Because here's the thing, he told us we can go full out, like, and so for me, when I'm doing something and I want to get glammed up, I want to do my hair and makeup and, like, put time into that. I want to create a look that's 100% me, meaning, but in order to get 100% me, we all know it's going to end up, like also being 100% JoJo at the same time. Because me and JoJo have very similar, like, upbeat, fun, sparkly personalities. And, yeah. And also because so many of my clothes, actually now thinking about it, it's not so many of my clothes, it's the majority of my, like, clothes, dresses and shirts anyways, are JoJo. Or Squad. So, yeah, like, when you open, like, my drawer to, like, I wear all of, like, my shirts and, like, my clothes that are not dance or, like, active wear. It's like, you just look and it's like JoJo, 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 Squad, JoJo, JoJo, Squad. Like, it's just so much. Yeah. I'm really, like, I don't know if I'm excited or if I'm gonna be nervous. And I say that because, first up, there's multiple factors. First up, I recently, kind of more recently, said in a video that it was gonna be a while before I, like, sing in front of my family due to I don't want to, like, take the chance of my fear that I used to have of singing and might potentially still have. I think I've grown out of it. I'm not 100% sure because I really have only sang in front of professionals and people in my voice lessons. I haven't, and I think like once or twice in front of my dog Sam. So like, I said it was gonna be a while, so because I didn't want to like rush it and like I didn't want to rush it and too much, and then potentially like have that fear come back. So, well, that's not happening because I have some family that's gonna be logging on and watching because I did get that approved from Geiger. He said I'm allowed to have like family on there. So, yeah, like also the thing is he like said that he wants us to like really work on our thing and put time and like energy into it, and it's not happening like next week, but it is gonna happen sometime within the next month. So I have family coming on, and that's one nice thing about it is since it's on Zoom, I can literally switch the page to where I don't see them. So that it's kind of nice. I'm not saying I will, not saying I won't. I say that nice because of the fact that I feel like I'm used to singing in front of professionals now. and I can switch it over, and I feel like that's something that I'm reminding myself I can do that if I need to. I don't know if I need to or not. We'll see. We will 100% see, because I do feel like in every voice lesson I do think of my crush. And I do know that if he knew about this, he would be beyond excited about this, because he was always pushing me to do something with singing. And now I'm like, I have always done better in front of professionals. I say that, no offense towards my family. That's just kind of the truth, and from what I discovered. Also, I feel like I'm also really excited because I'm putting so much into this, and then I figured out hair and makeup this morning, okay? Because he told me to really show us and our personality. And the thing is, I feel like part of that is to do a sparkly makeup look. Something that is fun and sparkly. That's me. And yes, I'm pulling out my good makeup for this. I'm pulling out my petite and pretty makeup for this, and I'm doing a fun, sparkly makeup look. Even though, we don't have to wear makeup or anything. And I feel like I just want to, and that seems like fun. And I'm not doing much with my hair. So kind of keeping it like how I usually have it, which is just a basic ponytail with 2 squad hair clips. And I might throw in a JoJo bow. And then I have 2 bobby pins that are black. Only because my dad got me the bobby pins, and so he got black ones. And so yeah, but it works. Also, a lot going into that, and now I'm seriously thinking of everything that's going into this, because my plan is I'm going to choreograph something. I'm going to choreograph it to be 2 minutes, but if it needs to be shorter, then I'm going to choreograph something, a dance that's 2 minutes, and then if it needs to be shorter, then I'll pick my favorite, or in my opinion, the best parts of it and cut it down to make it shorter and fit into the time limit. Because the thing is, I don't know how long our time limit is going to be, how long we have. I'm assuming it's going to be in kind of a minute at most. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm just going to choreograph 2 minutes. And then if it works out to where it's exactly 2 minutes that we have, then that's great. I'll use it. If it needs to be shorter, or I'll pick my favorite parts of it, or the best parts of it, and then I'll use that and make it shorter. If it needs to be longer, I'll add on a little bit. So that's kind of my strategy that I'm going with, only because of the fact that I feel like that's a good strategy, because I don't know how long we have, and also that way, it kind of just works. But I'm choreographing a routine, and then also, since it's singing and dancing, and I'm still figuring out, the outfit, I'm figuring it out. I have time. But also, I have to choose, first up, I'm kind of thinking, on song. Because it's on Zoom, I can use a copyrighted song. It's on Zoom, and, it's not going on social media, and whenever I do, a voice lesson, I always use a copyrighted song for voice lesson. So, I have that, or I can completely, write a song, but I don't think I'm gonna write a song due to the fact that I am struggling to figure out a concept to write a song to post on YouTube anyway. So, here's the thing. So, like, that may or may not happen. I'm giving it thought. And the thing is, either way, one way, it can be way more work. The other way is still going to be a lot of work. Because if I write a song, then I have to physically come up with a concept, come up with lyrics, and make sure I like it and make sure that works together. And then completely memorize the song. And also choreograph a dance routine, figure out an outfit for the dance routine. I already figured out here what I'm doing with my hair. I might put a little bit of sparkle in it. And I already figured out makeup. And then I have to rehearse, make sure I know it really well, and film a video and send it to Guy, DM it to Guy through, because he did tell us we have to, like, DM him a video, so, like, to make sure that, like, so he can make sure that it is okay and he can approve it. And what that means is, like, he had rules, like, it can't be anything that uses bad words, it can't be inappropriate, like, there's certain, like, things, and he wants to kind of, like, we have to DM him a video so he kind of gets the idea. So he, like, knows ahead of time. And it's a fun talent show. And the thing is that, like, there's so much going into it. Now, if I don't write a song and I use a copyrighted song, that's still a lot of work. Because I have to figure out what song I want to do. I have to print out the lyrics unless I already have the lyrics, because there is, like, 3 songs that I have the lyrics over there that I use in voice lessons. And then I have to physically memorize the song, which is going to be challenging. Now, that may be challenging, that may not. Due to when I was little, I would memorize songs. I would find a song and get obsessed with it, and then I would memorize it, like Let It Go, which I, like, to this day, well, actually, not to this day, but now, I don't have it memorized anymore. It slipped my brain. Because I listened to it for the very first time last Thursday, and I'm like, I thought I still had it memorized, apparently not. But yeah, there's a lot of work going into this. And so yeah, and also there's the added factor of I'm a perfectionist. That is the thing that's gonna stop me the most. Is the fact that I'm a perfectionist. I like to be perfect. When I mess up, whether I mess up in dance or mess up with the lyrics in voice lessons, or like anything related, I'm a perfectionist. Meaning, if I make one little mistake, instead of my brain being like, oh, all the things I did right and, like, I nailed, my brain automatically goes to that one mistake. And, like, even when I tell myself, like, it was one little mistake that nobody even really noticed, I don't think. My brain is like, well, you still made one little mistake that you could have fixed and done better. And I'm like, my brain is, I'm a perfectionist, I can't help it. That's who I am. And also, considering the last, 2 times that I've been spotlighted on him, the first time I completely forgot the dance, I will hand down that minute, and everybody noticed. And then the last time, I was in a group, so luckily I could kind of watch them and like do it as they're doing it. But I kind of was starting to forget the dance again. So now it's like, I'm a perfectionist, okay? I'm trying my best to like not be such a perfectionist, but overall I will say it's helpful that I have a lot of time. And I mean, I have a lot of time to really work on this and to actually like clean it up really well, so maybe I won't be a perfectionist. And so we'll see. But I'm excited. Also, the thing that here's the thing is that we'll see how this works out. But I'll see how it works out, and some of my family will see how it works out and stuff. And also, I'm making my dad log on a separate, like, you can be in a separate room for multiple reasons. First up, if you were to be in this room, like, first up, it's a process to get my mom back here, and it makes sense to have him on a separate screen. Like, to be logged on in the living room instead of being in here watching, like, in person, because it's a process to get my mom back here. Also, the fact is, if I need to, I can switch into where I don't see them on my screen, and there's that. Also, also, I kind of want to be fair and, like, nobody can be allowed, like, in my room watching, like, they can watch on Zoom. And also, like, the added factor of that I'm gonna definitely be getting ready, like, really, really early, and the reason is because on top of this, and then before I even go, and before it's my turn, and I gotta warm up the voice. I gotta do voice warm-ups and voice exercises. Now, one big advantage that I have that I'm really excited about is I have Allison Porter, who is my voice teacher, and in my opinion, she is one of the world's best, like, voice teachers there ever was. And she's really incredible. And it's helpful that once I choose a song, and I, have it, like, memorized, like, once I choose a song or something, not even, like, I can literally hold the lyrics in voice lessons, but once I have the song I can work on it, I can use it as my turn in voice lessons, and then I can get her corrections, her notes, and that's extremely helpful. So yeah, that can be really, really helpful. I'm going to say peace out. Bye.